China's economy continues to deteriorate, and people are facing employment difficulties. It's not that many people can't find a job, but the salary is too low to survive. Just ask yourself, how can you live with a monthly salary of $413, rent of $344, food of $138, commuting of $69, and no money even for social entertainment and medical treatment? However, companies still claim to give you development opportunities while drastically lowering salaries and even require job seekers to be enthusiastic, willing to work overtime, and have strong stress resistance. The employment issue is severe. It doesn't mean the person turning 35 will be fired by the company and unable to find a job. Nowadays, young people in their 20s and 30s can't find jobs either. My college roommate made $413 a month, working 2 shifts a day, 12 hours per shift. It was such a high-intensity job, and the salary was so low, and this happened in Tianjin. In addition, more than 10 million college students are graduating this year. So many people are competing for jobs. I can foresee that my industry will disappear. I work as a real estate agent in Tianjin. No one is making money, so how can people buy houses? It's very difficult for college students to find a job. This is a scenario for the job fair. There are PhDs here. They are all doctors here. All. Are you a master's degree holder? Yes. Yes, we can recruit people in journalism. How many people do you want to recruit? Not many anyway, not many. If you become a formal employee, the salary for a video clip is about $826 with social insurance but no housing fund. Nowadays, very few private enterprises have a housing fund. It's a special area for public institutions. There are so many people. Someone said yesterday that a real master's degree holder would come here to find a job. I thought yes, and they dare not be picky. Ha ha. Oh my god, it's a rat race. I can't stand it. It's such intense competition. A college graduate recently talked about his job hunting experience. I am really about to collapse. Today is March 19th, 2025. My name is Zhang Tong. It has been 8 months since I graduated from school, but I still don't have a stable job. I really can't find a job. After 12 years of hard study and 4 years of my youth, all I get in return is a resume deleted in seconds by HR. So what if I take the postgraduate entrance exam? The result would be a monthly salary of $690, and you should be grateful for such blessings. Alas, the companies hiring for bachelor's degrees think my academic qualification is low. The graduates from top 30 universities are laughing at me for not being a direct descendant. Internships offered to us are like free labor, and regular employment opportunities are always reserved for those with connections. Workplace PUA teaches us to be grateful. The overtime pay is waived to compensate for the gas money for the boss's new car. In fact, we are not afraid of hardship, but we are afraid that after 18 years of study, we don't even have a decent opportunity to quit. The opportunity belongs to those groups who are under 35 years old with bachelor's degrees or above from decent universities. We have to accept flexible jobs and give up the dream to level up classes. The only thing we can do seems to be to intensely compete for academic degrees. Then, what shabby cards are in our hands? Click the recruitment software and take a look. If you want to find a job that pays over $690, I guess you may not be able to find a suitable one even after 2 or 3 months. Jobs pay between $550 and $690 everywhere. Tell me, how can you spend so little money in Hangzhou City? When you pay the rent, most of the wage is gone. Making money in Hangzhou and spending it in this city, you don't even think about taking a penny home. A teacher shared his students' job search experience. The company only offers a 1-year contract, which is no problem. The probation period is 6 months, which is a bit of a problem, but not that important. For sales work, the base salary is $227 plus commission, and they said my student can get about $689 in total. After becoming a regular employee, he will get social insurance and a housing fund. My goodness, after my student took the offer, he couldn't close a single deal for 3 consecutive months. Due to various rules and regulations, the student was deducted and fined every month, so he only got about $206 a month. It's hard to survive. No matter which city you are in, it's hard to survive with such little money. What should the student do? How can he survive for the first 3 months? He asked his parents for some money and they gave him some subsidies. He stayed for 3 months in this way. The student couldn't bear it anymore and wanted to resign, but he was told that the contract stated that he had to work for a full year. If he left early, he would have to pay a few months' base salary as liquidated damages. It's really speechless to come across such a company. For many unemployed people, 35 is too old. Some people feel pressure when they are even 30 years old.
难道30岁失业以后的人群就只能
Does it mean that people who become unemployed after the age of 30 can only work as food delivery, express delivery, and drive Didi? I am 30 years old and my child is just half a year old, but I lost my job. I used to be a building structural designer and have been unemployed for 8 months. Over the past 8 months, the mortgage, car loan, baby expenses, and the concern of my wife, parents, and relatives have been like mountains weighing on me. Hard to breathe. The relief I felt right after resigning gradually turned into endless anxiety and confusion. I had no idea what my future would be like or what I should do. I could only watch my savings slip away bit by bit. During this period, my 1-month-old baby was diagnosed with a disease and needed surgery, which made my family's situation even worse. I became more and more anxious and wanted to find a job to supplement the family income. However, whenever I open the recruitment software, it is either sales or customer service. It's difficult to find a professional job that can meet my needs. I have no choice but to start my delivery guy career while taking care of the child with the idea that any money I can earn is good. One female blogger summed it up. How difficult is it to find a job this year? The number of graduates in 2025 will be 12.22 million, an increase of 430,000 compared with 2024. Together with the students who have not found jobs in 2024 and 2023 so far, 20 million students will participate in this year's campus recruitment, and there are only 3,803 campus recruitment positions. At the same time, major companies are also crazily laying off employees. In 2024, Disney's theme park department laid off 7,000 people. ByteDance's game department laid off 500 people, and Tencent's CSIG business unit laid off 15%. However, all this is just the beginning. In early 2025, with the emergence of deep-sea humanoid robots, the AI will replace many workers at lower costs and higher quality. Over the past 30 years, China has been called the world's factory, and many peasants have left their rural hometowns to work in the cities. As the geopolitical landscape shifts and the tariff war escalates, Chinese factories are losing more and more orders. This sudden change has put a large number of Chinese workers in a difficult situation.
为什么工资这么低？
Why are the wages so low? Just look for yourselves. This is the train station, and today is already March 10th, and the Qingming Festival is coming soon. Migrant workers are still leaving their hometowns in a steady stream because some people had thought that they could survive by leaving Beijing, Shanghai, Guangzhou, and Shenzhen and returning to their hometowns. However, after staying in their hometowns for a while, they found that there was no way to survive at all, so they left again. Why do so many people come out to look for jobs? It's because they can't find jobs in their hometowns. Don't think that the wages in your hometown are very high. If the wages in your hometown are the same as those in Dongguan, Shenzhen, and Guangzhou, who would come to Guangzhou to work? Because the wages in their hometowns are too low, many people come to work outside. It's difficult to find a job in their hometowns, and the wages are low, so there is a steady stream of people coming to work outside. Because people continuously come out to look for jobs, it's very easy for factories to recruit workers, and the wages are so low. To be honest, I think the wages in Jiangsu province may be a little higher. Dongguan and Guangdong is the worst place, where labor treatments are the worst. The payments are set very low. It's really exploiting migrant workers. Brothers, see, $1.80 an hour and only $21.60 for 12 hours. How can workers deal with this?
今天去做日结了。
I'm here to do the daily pay today, brothers. There's a magnifying glass company that needs temporary work, $1.90 an hour. I signed up at the agency at 7:30 in the morning and then was dragged to the assembly line by the agency like a pig. This is where I work like a slave today. The team leader arranged for me to bend the bracket of the magnifying glass here and bend it into this shape. Then I put the bent bracket into a bag and threw it into the finished product box. I worked like this all morning. And we also eat at the entrance of the workshop. The factory packs fast food and brings them to the workshop, and we eat directly in the office. I even doubt whether the dormitory is also inside the workshop. Brothers, don't accuse me of being lazy and greedy. I am not the only one without a job now. Too many people are unemployed. Let me show you how many people are looking for jobs now. You see, these are all people looking for jobs, right? There will be another batch coming soon, a lot of them. China once experienced a massive wave of unemployment in the early 1990s when the Chinese Communist Party elites transformed a large number of state-owned enterprises into private enterprises under their control, causing a large number of workers to lose their jobs. But the current wave of unemployment is more terrible than that in the early 1990s, because this group of unemployed or bankrupt people usually have a lot of debt. In China, bankrupts cannot be exempted from their debts.
他妈的！
I am in debt, my company is bankrupt, my house is mortgaged, and my family is broken up. Now I really have nothing. I am alone and have been wandering on the streets of the city that is not my hometown for more than 10 days. Faced with a poor economic environment, bosses are also at a loss.
我是个白绒做生意的。
I do business in Zhengzhou by Rong, the largest commercial center in the central region. I don't know how many bosses are like me now, who are confused every day. I am very panicked facing the current environment, and there is nothing I can do. No matter what sales promotions, however marketing or sales model changes, all like punch into the cotton. There was no response at all. I am very confused, and the bad thing is very anxious. I am extremely panicked every day, and I feel powerless when facing the current situation. Today, I suddenly received a call from a friend I hadn't contacted for several years. We chatted for a long time, and by then, I felt the powerlessness in every industry. He said he was out of work. He used to run the factory to make shoes. But he said he closed the factory because he had no business. The same is true in all industries currently. Now, they all say, hey, if you can break even and make a little profit, that's already pretty good, and you've surpassed many business owners. In fact, the current situation is that no matter if we are employers or employees, many of us are now unemployed. Many have gone bankrupt, really a lot of them. I feel that the wave of bankruptcies will begin in 2024. Really, many bosses are now hesitating when the rent has expired and they are in a dilemma as to whether to renew the contract or continue to do business. The situation is horrible now. Many bosses are just trying to survive. There is no other way. Now they have elderly parents and young children to take care of. Life is so harsh for the generation born in the 1980s. Faced with mortgage payments, living expenses, children's schooling, etc., people's ability to withstand stress has almost reached its limit. But in this situation, apart from saying some economy is bright from the Chinese Communist Party government, the people can hardly get any help from the government and can only quietly tighten their belts. The degree of downgrade in consumption has far exceeded the imagination of ordinary people like us. Now, there is a term called extreme low consumption. I didn't understand it initially. Until now, there's a lunchbox with just one piece of green vegetable. The original price is 41 cents, discounted at night to 29 cents. Now, many people buy this kind of lunchbox. When more and more people are laid off and cannot find jobs and even survival becomes a problem, what the CCP is waiting for is people's resistance. This man who works in a factory spoke out the truth that the Chinese Communist Party fears.
按照当前的形势来说，
Will we have to beg for food in the future? According to the current momentum, it's very likely. Some people may argue that you are just a person at the bottom of society, so what you say is nonsense. I am not exaggerating. If thousands of people really cannot find jobs in the future, the problem will definitely be severe. If they can't find jobs and have no food to eat, they will definitely rise up in rebellion. So this problem must be very serious, just like the demise of those dynasties. That's all for today. If you enjoy our content, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, and share it with a friend. We appreciate your support, and we'll see you next time.